Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall with Simpler Trading doing the nightly market update for Wednesday, May the 20th. And kind of boring day today. I've got the S&P or the ES up here on the chart. We'll take a look at it. This is kind of more of the same. We've been having all kind of wild swings and back and forth action, and today was no exception. Got the NASDAQ over here. And so we have been, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. And I was looking for today, we're always running numbers. I like to do the lotto tickets kind of end of the day trades where we risk, we risk in about 1 to make 10. I like about a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. And so that's, I'm always trying to pick or figure out where the end of the day might be. And I was looking on the upper end, 4,500, on the lower end, 4,450. And we kind of got close to both. We do that pretty much every day, and those are a lot of fun, and they've been very profitable this year. We've had quite a few of those that we've gotten, pins or close to it, and turned out to be really, really good trades. So anyway, if you like doing those kind of trades, try to join us in the room, in the main room or the bias room, and we do those pretty much every day. But let's take a look at the market and see kind of where it might go from here, because that's just as important. And if you were trading yesterday, I'm talking about from a trading standpoint, yesterday we had this big rip up. Here's the overnight session, another rip up higher here, and then we kind of go in, this kind of sort of range bound chop. Let me do it this way. Maybe a 3-day. This was a huge, I was not expecting this, that the black section, that's yesterday. Today, this is today's action, this is yesterday. So we start out down here, up and away, and then this is a Voodoo snow line right here, or excuse me, skyline. And let me kind of zoom in on it there. So that usually acts as pretty good resistance. In this case it didn't. We went right through it, but then once you're on this side it acts as support. So it came down, it did hold, it held there, kind of got through a little bit, but then we had this rip into the end of the close, and then we slammed back down, and that slam down was from when Netflix reported at the end of the day. But anyway, so kind of the same thing we've been seeing, back and forth, back and forth. This is, basically one way here, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this kind of stuff is very, it's very tricky to trade. Let me show you this. So, this is what's been going on for the last 2 or 3 months. And you see we've got a tree line up here. This is a Voodoo tree line. That's the high there, 48.08, and then the low, 41.01. This is a fire line. Interesting thing about these Voodoo lines, which we use a lot, I really like them, they're very helpful. These are the two most powerful lines. This is the number one most powerful is a fire line, number two is tree line. That held almost to the tick, almost to the penny down here. This did as well up here. And then we go bouncing between all these levels. These white ones are snow lines here, and we've been kind of chopping back and forth. So I do think if earnings are bad next week, primarily next week I'm looking at, because we've got Google and Apple and Amazon. Those are really the 3 big ones. Tesla was today. They just reported, and the stock's up a pretty good bit, but they have not had the conference call yet. And we got Microsoft, and of course Netflix bombed yesterday with their earnings. So if the earnings are bad, and guide lower, or lower guidance or whatever, it's quite likely, I think, that we end up back down here at least to this fire line at 4100, and this is on the ES, right? If everything's great and rainbows and unicorns and they all raise guidance and they crush it, which is possible, maybe I don't even know if we come back up there. There's too many other things, inflation, and the Fed they've already said they're going to raise interest rates, starting in May and all that kind of stuff. I think this is much less likely, but we never know. So let me get back out here on a 1-year chart. So again, right here, as you can see, this kind of long momentum thing is a 1-year chart. This is fairly easy to trade. This has been really, really confusing to try to trade, and we've done pretty well. We've kind of switched gears and done a lot of scalping and day trades and stuff like that, and it's working. I'm up actually pretty nicely for the year, but tough. It's tough trade. This kind of stuff that we've been in, and I don't think this is going to change. So you kind of have to change the way you think about trading and all that kind of stuff. But from this point, I think there is, I can be bullish and bearish at the same time. I'm kind of bullish up to about this point, this snow line here, and then I think I think we likely come back down here. I do have a little bitty hedge trade down there. It's not very big. I've only got 3 contracts, and it's risking about $500. But I'm starting to want to build up some more size down here, and we'll monitor it as we go and see if we end up here at the end of my trade. I risk $500. It'll make about 10,000. So that'd be a good day, right? Anyway, that's the thought process here, and that's, in my opinion, what you kind of have to have in this market, because this is a much different market than we're used to. So I wanted to go over the ES, which is the SPX, most broad-based representation of the overall market, just to get a feel for what's going on. As far as individual names, I really don't have a lot that I'm really that interested in right now. I mean, I think Home Depot looks rather inexpensive. Tractor Supply reports in the morning, TSCO before the open. I think they should do well. I think that stock goes higher. There's a handful of names, but for the most part, I'm just trading the indexes, the S&P, the SPX, the NDX, and a little bit in the RUT. So be careful out there. Think about trading much smaller time frames and trade the market that we're in now. Rather, because this is not a momentum market, and so it's really tough to get super bullish or super bearish because the time frames are so short and so small. So I hope that helps. Hope that gives you a little bit of information here that you can use in your trading. Again, if you're unsure, want to see some live trading and do some live trading with us, jump into our main options trading room here at Simpler Trading, or come see me in the bias room for a little more detail on what we're doing in there as far as trading, and love to have you in there. So thanks for the time, and I will see you guys at the next update. Take care. Thanks.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me